Payment Pulse, a podcast by ExplorePay, a leading full-service payment provider.
Everyone, welcome back to the Payment Pulse podcast. I'm Shannon.
And I'm Michelle. Today we're diving into a topic that's top of mind for software leaders everywhere, AI readiness.
Just to be clear, AI readiness isn't about rushing out a chatbot or adding generative AI to your interface. That's the flashy stuff that everyone notices, but it's not what actually prepares your platform for the future.
Exactly. AI readiness is about the underlying infrastructure, the stuff that determines whether your platform can actually support intelligence later when it's needed most.
Right. So you can't rely on flashy features if the core systems aren't solid.
And in our world, that core is payments, data, and integrations.
So let's start with the big takeaway. AI readiness is about shipping features. It's about making the right infrastructure decisions today.
That's right. So it might sound a little bit boring at first, but these decisions have a huge impact down the line. If your systems are messy or your data is fragmented now, implementing AI later becomes a lot harder.
Exactly. So no AI model in the world can fix inconsistent data or manual reconciliation processes. If your finance team is spending days merging spreadsheets, that's not smart data. That's actually a roadblock.
It's not just an internal headache either. Fragmented data slows down product development, makes scaling more expensive, and limits your ability to respond quickly to market changes.
Clean, consistent payments data isn't just a nice to have, it's the foundation your platform is built on. So treat it like gold because it literally drives every intelligent decision you'll make down the line.
Now, let's talk about ownership, not just enabling payments, but actually owning the payments experience and the data.
Right. So enabling payments is easy. You plug in a processor, transactions flow, and money moves,
But owning it is a real game changer. It means full control over the experience and, more importantly, real time access to your data.
which is huge if you want to do things like dynamic pricing or prediction. You can't make those moves if your data is locked behind a third party portal.
Ownership translates into three major advantages: long term flexibility, higher platform valuation, and the ability to respond quickly to market or regulatory shifts.
Yeah, so think about it. If a competitor introduces a new subscription model or your payment system is messy, slow, or siloed, you're already behind before you even start.
Yeah, and control doesn't mean micromanaging every transaction. It's about giving your team the flexibility to innovate without being blocked by infrastructure.
So if your payments data is stuck behind CSVs, slow APIs, or a third party's roadmap, it's going to be a real challenge to build anything intelligent on top of it.
So, speaking of walls, let's talk about messy integrations. This is the kind of technical debt that sneaks up on you.
Yeah, so messy doesn't mean broken because payments still work, customers can check out, and life goes on. But under the surface, it can be chaos.
Think one off integrations, custom middleware, inconsistent onboarding flows, manual reconciliations. It all adds up.
And it compounds silently. So if finance has to do manual checks, product teams can't launch new features quickly, and ops is juggling scripts and alerts.
As the costs build up, operational risk grows, scaling gets more expensive, and your ability to pivot quickly takes a hit.
It's the classic case of it works until it doesn't. And when a critical initiative stalls or costs spike, it's painful to unravel.
So, cleaning up your infrastructure isn't just a tech project, it's a leadership and business strategy move.
So now let's talk about the pressure leaders are facing. Everybody seems to be asking, what's your AI strategy?
Your board, your customers, competitors, it's everywhere. And that pressure can make leaders rush AI into critical systems like payments, but that's a mistake.
That's right, because payments touch money, trust, and compliance. And rushing AI here can create reputational risk, regulatory headaches, and stability issues.
Imagine an AI pricing algorithm that overcharges customers or a fraud model that flags legitimate payments by mistake, that's more than just an operational headache. That directly damages trust.
Regulations aren't impressed by flashy features. So if a model declines a payment, you have to explain why, and not just to the customer, but potentially to auditors too. So there's no AI shortcut for that.
Instead, the smart approach is patience paired with solid groundwork. Standardize your flows, simplify integrations, and choose reliable partners. Build flexibility now so AI can actually deliver later.
Exactly. And don't get caught up chasing the hype. Focus on building a foundation that lets you move confidently when it's time to bring intelligence into your platform.
Okay, Shannon, so let's get actionable. What can leaders do today to ensure that their software is ready for
Mhm.
AI?
Sure. So the first thing is to standardize your payment flows. Take a close look at your systems, spot any inconsistencies, and make sure transactions behave the same way across the platform.
Great. Step two, I would say, is to simplify integrations, consolidate providers, remove one off workarounds, and clean up any extra middleware. The simpler your setup, the easier it is for AI to work across your whole platform.
Then, step three, I would say to pick strong, reliable partners. So, things like clear documentation, predictable APIs, and easy access to your data make a huge difference down the line.
And remember, this isn't about rushing AI, it's about making smart, deliberate choices that compound over months and
It's
years.
kind of like investing. So, you can go for the flashy short term wins, or you can build something that grows steadily over time. And when it comes to AI readiness, the long game wins every time.
So here's the bottom line: AI readiness isn't about hype. Rather, it comes down to clean data, clear ownership, and thoughtful integrations.
Build with flexibility and visibility in mind. Then, when it comes time to layer AI into pricing, reconciliation, or customer engagement, your platform will be ready.
AI works best when the groundwork is already in place. Without that, it's just adding complexity.
And if there's one thing to remember, it's this: prioritize the decisions that make you stronger over time, not just the ones that look impressive in the short term.
Exactly. Get the infrastructure right first, then include AI where it truly adds value.
So that's it for today. Thanks so much for tuning in.
If you enjoyed listening to this episode, we have more resources like this on our blog at explorepay.com. That's XPLOR pay.com.
Thanks so much for listening today, and we'll see you next time on Payment Pulse.